One very important thing to remember is that this is not an interview but a personality test. The written examination in a subject is actually not intended to test your knowledge of the subject as much as how much you have been able to understand and imbibe. Rather, how good is your ability to absorb something and put it out in writing or in words. Once that is done, what is tested in the personality test is your suitability for the job. Whether you are fit to be a civil servant or not. You may be a very good doctor, you can be a very good professor of mathematics, but that doesn't mean that you will be a very good collector or a very good secretary to Government of India or Government of the state. Therefore, it is important that it will be a personality test. And in a personality test, self-confidence, integrity, ability to stand one's ground without being impolite and without being seen as cantankerous, quarrelsome, argumentative. So these are all different qualities which people expect from a civil service candidate, and it is important to draw the right kind of balance between the various things, because a person can appear arrogant if is overconfident. A person can appear to be many other argumentative or cantankerous if you are just standing by what you have already said. It is therefore important how you present, how you answer a certain question. Instead of trying to kind of give a general answer about how greatly you are committed to the welfare of the world and the country and the poor people, and this is the best way to serve the people and the country, you should be honest about what you are going to do. And honesty also counts. And one can say know whether a person is being honest or being deceitful in answering a question. So these are all things which one should know. And of course, the questions can be on any subject, and therefore it is not possible that everyone should know answer to every question. One need not be knowing everything about every subject. But it is also not possible that one doesn't know even the elementary things about most of the things. Therefore, one or two no, I don't know, sir, is okay. But consistently saying no, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know is not okay. Nobody is asking questions about your in-depth knowledge. Remember that this is not a viva. This is not a viva for PhD after you have submitted your research paper. This is your personality test. And therefore, what is being tested is not your in-depth knowledge of the subject. Generally speaking, the subject which you have either studied or you have opted for the civil service examination is not going to be the subject of a questioning. But sometimes, maybe in rare cases, some interview board members may ask some questions related to the subject, and nobody will stop, the chairman will not stop, or rather the president of the board will not stop him from asking the question. Therefore, your effort should be more on other subjects of general awareness, though a reasonable familiarity with the subject which you are supposed to be specialized in will also be good for any unexpected situation. Generally, the background, the way in which you have studied, the way in which you have acquired knowledge, all these are important. But equally important is to know what are the most current topics. For example, climate change. For some time to come, the environmental issues and climate change will continue to occupy central space in almost any discussion. But environment is not only climate change. Remember that. Environment is also about pollution, which need not necessarily be associated only with climate change. Pollution is also affecting your health. And how do you measure pollution? What are the various parameters for determining pollution? Because on one parameter, one city may be worse, and on another parameter, another city may be worse. So how do you decide which city is more polluted than the other? These are issues one should know. Similarly, what are the issues about waste management? What are the issues about coastal and mountain regions? And also, these days there is a big question mark about undertaking construction of big dams, digging mines, various other construction activities, some of which really cause major changes on the surface of the earth and lead to landslides and things like that. So you should remember all that. And similarly, there are a lot of security issues. And don't think that because you are going for a national service only, you need not know about international issues. There are a lot of international issues, tensions, there are problems in other countries. You should be familiar. So you should appear to be reading on a regular basis. And also about technology trends. Technology has been changing a lot, and technology has been transforming our lives. So you need to know not only the present technologies, but the technologies which are being developed, which are in the offing. So these are all important matters to know. Another thing which you can always remember is that the board is not expected to ask you politically or religiously sensitive questions. However, some of these issues have general administrative concerns, because there may be something which is concerned with the fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Something may be related to the general right to life and way of life. Therefore, some of those things can get asked in a rather roundabout way. So you should be careful while you are answering questions, not to get involved in any kind of political wrangling. The same thing even goes about cricket or any other games. Sometimes some of those interview board members may have their own views about who should be playing and who should not be playing. Don't argue too many things. And as I was earlier saying, nobody likes another person who is too negative or too quarrelsome, too argumentative. And at the same time, nobody will appreciate your appearing to be everything for everybody. Therefore, try to be your natural self, normal self, and be confident, and answer questions well, politely, like a gentleman.